Hi everyone, this is Crystal from Crystal Be Unique. I make jewelry, from a lot of different materials, and one of my favorite things to do is to make custom jewelry out of vintage jewelry or thrift store finds or jewelry that people give to me that they don't use anymore. This I found at a thrift store. It's actually a clip-on earring that was by itself. It was a lone earring in the thrift shop. When the cashier showed it to me, she said, "You know this is an earring, right?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "You know there's only one, right?" And I said, "Yes, I want it anyway," because I had encountered a few of these before. And what I was able to do was to make a little necklace out of this. So repurposed it, made it more modern, made it more for today, and it actually turned out really well. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how to take something fairly simple like this, that's just a beautiful design and a nice quality piece, and turn it into something that someone will actually like and use and wear. So the first thing I do when I get an item like this from a secondhand store is I clean it very thoroughly. I soak it in hot water and detergent. I use dish detergent, dishwasher, and Dawn, and a little bit of rubbing alcohol to sanitize it. And I let it soak for about a half an hour, and then I take it out, and I have a little nail brush that I scrub it with. And I do a very thorough cleaning of it because what I don't want is to sell someone something that someone else wore, has someone else's, residue on it, perfume, what have you. So I do that as I'm cleaning it. I also inspect it. I like to make sure that all the little stones are secure. Sometimes they're loose because sometimes the hot water will loosen the old glue, which is a good thing because if it does come apart, you can use epoxy and fix it so that it will be a better piece in the long run. I've had pieces that the entire thing has come apart and I've had to re-glue everything back together, but I did that without much of an issue and was actually very happy with it. So the first thing you need to do is remove the earring piece, which can be difficult. And what I have here are needle nose pliers, wire cutters, a bead reamer, and I have a prefab chain with a lobster clasp and loop already on it. It's easier to do it that way, and then just a simple jump ring to attach it once it's put together the way you want it. So these are not as hard to get apart as you think, usually. We'll see how this one goes. You can usually just pull, work that around a little bit, and it will eventually pop right off of there. So you can see I have a little bit of an edge there, and I don't have my sanding tool with me. What I would normally do is sand that down a little bit just to make it smooth so it sits comfortably against someone's skin. So after I've done that, what I do is I pick one of the little petals, and I usually try to find one like this one is a little bit off center. So I think that's the one we're gonna get rid of. And I just pop it right off of there, if I can. That's gonna be more difficult than taking the rest of it off there. It's coming. And as you can see, that popped right off, which gives you a nice little hoop for hanging. This did get a little bit bent when I took the back of it off, so I'm just gonna go around and make sure that it's straight. I will file this later when we're done. And so you have a little pendant. And then finishing up is really not that difficult. You take your jump ring. I have a jump ring opener that I wear typically when I do this, and you put it through. You put it through the chain and then close it up. Make sure that it's secure and lined up appropriately. And there you have your finished product, which is a cute little necklace.